So good morning, one and all. I, Chef Melroy, welcome you all to our season 2 of our webinar at Don Bosco College Hospitality Studies. On behalf of my staff as well, I welcome all the students, ex-students, parents, and professionals to this wonderful webinar, which is titled, May the Cake Be With You. In our midst today, we have our very own student, I would say ex-student now, who's just passed out this year with an excellent talent. He's dedicated, organized, determined, and has achieved or will be achieving more goals in his life. He's always been on the front line when you say, Denzel, I need some dessert. Denzel, we need to do this. Denzel, we need to do that. And he has never said no to anything. Doesn't matter what the time is. Might be 6 o'clock in the evening or 7 o'clock in the morning. He's always there. And might it be chocolate? Might it be a fondant? Might it be a simple cake or an ice cream? Denzel has always made sure that he delivers the best. And I've been working with him for the past 3 years. I'm seeing him, I'm watching him closely. He is a person who never raises his voice in any situation, always stays calm. He's very polite, even with his staff. Might it be he being the leader or the head of the department which he leads, which is the dessert department. He has a big crew working under him, but Denzel always stays calm and works very calmly. So thank you, Denzel, for that. So today, Denzel is showing us something. I don't want to reveal it myself. I will let him to speak. But before that, I would request Ma'am Annabelle to share her thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, Chef Melroy.
Thank you.
And for those who are watching, Chef Melroy is our food production maestro who has, empowers all the first years, gets them ready for their basics and make sure that they are strong, but also takes classes with the third years, is our plating guru. And I know that the first years have already, are waiting with bated breath to start practicals with Chef. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, ma'am.
And ladies and gentlemen, what can I say about Mr. Denzel Pereira? I think about 3 years ago when this reticent young man, quiet yet very centered, came to college and looked around at what was available at him and then decided that no matter what, he was going to make the most of every single opportunity. And he never waited for the opportunity to appear. He sometimes created the opportunity. When we had events, initially we never had cakes with our events. But it was actually through Denzel. We always had it for our Spectrum, which is our annual event. But for our student events, which are the first year, second year, and third year, only the first years used to get a cake because it was a 3-day event. But Denzel has changed that tradition purely by his enthusiasm and by his initiative. He came, he said, ma'am, I'd love to make a cake. That's all I need. And it's yes, go ahead. And he would make it happen, form his team. The team would sometimes give him hell, but he would stay focused through it all and get his cake done. So we have the most beautiful, and this morning I was going through my photographs. I actually saw your Brazil cake, which I'm going to send to Justin because then I'm sure at some point he can send it out to you. Or to Chef while the cake is being made. It was the most beautiful cake. I even loved the one that is showing on the flyer, though I was a little afraid of it. because it's got all the gory, the brain, but you made it look so appealing. Denzel, my wish and prayer and blessings for you is that you take this sense of initiative, this sense of focus, the sense of leadership, and your sense of dedication and wrap it up like you have these last 3 years and use it to build this wonderful business that you have already started. Because I know that you were taking orders from when you were in the first year. So it's only a question of it building bigger and better. And we see great things ahead for you. Uh, I I hope I'm blessed to see it all. So Denzel, I wish you every success. And for those who are watching, especially the first years, just know you need the initiative. You will be given all the facilities to make it happen. Uh, Denzel, thank you for being such a wonderful student. Thank you for being such a wonderful human being. And most importantly, thank you for making us so very proud.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. And all the best for this wonderful demonstration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So first, we have forgotten, we have left something incomplete last week. So let's finish that up. So we had a competition on Saturday, which was on breads. So I would be uh, announcing the winners to you all in a minute. It was judged by myself and Susan ma'am last week. So here we go. We start off with bread rolls. The winner for bread rolls, our first place, we give it to Raimi Pinto.
Yes, congratulations.
From the first year, but very impressive. The second place goes to Denver Galvano from the second year. Congratulations, Denver.
Thank you, Chef.
The third place goes to Alicia De Silva, again from the first year. Congratulations, Alicia. Then we move on to another category, which was Focaccia. The first place goes to Leanne Carlos.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Leanne. The second place goes to Lisa Correa from the second year.
Wonderful.
Again, an amazing.
It's beautiful.
Third place goes to Rohan Lewis from the first year again.
Thank you, Chef.
Welcome, Rohan. Next, we move on to the next category, which is flavored breads. Under this category, this was a bread which impressed us, which is basically flavored with pesto. The first place goes to Krishna Gupta, and thank you for a wonderful recipe and a wonderful idea.
Thank you, sir.
This babka. Usually babka is a sweet bread, but you made it into a savory version. It's amazing. Thank you, Krishna, and congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Goes to Sarah John from the second year. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful.
Third place goes to Akash Balerao from the third year, who's the current third year TY student. Then we move on to braided breads. Under braided breads, the first prize goes to Lisa Correa from the second year again. A wonderful bread made by her. The second place goes to Alicia De Silva again. Congratulations, Alicia. Then we move on to stuffed breads. The first place goes to Sean Galbano for turtle bread, which has a stuffing inside. So congratulations, Sean. The second place goes to Sarah John for this bread, which is known as epi. It's a European bread. And
Thank
the
you,
third
sir.
goes to Denver Galbano for a bread, a stuffed bread which is shaped like a fish. So congratulations, the Galbano brothers.
Thank you, Chef.
Welcome. Next, we move on to a bando. Now here there's a special prize given by ma'am on creativity and innovation, because there are varieties of bread over here which goes to Sarah John. You see amazing breads, different varieties, different styles of making with different flavors. So congratulations, Sarah, for such a great creativity and
Thank you,
innovation.
sir.
The next is Bando itself. Under Bando, the first prize goes to Danisha Gomes for cinnamon rolls. So congratulations, Danisha.
Thank you, Chef.
And the but obvious, the creativity lady, the second prize goes to Sarah John once again. And the third prize for Bene, Sweet Bene, goes to Matilda Fernandez from the second years. And we have another third prize, which goes to Rohan Lewis for Yin Yang.
Thank you, Chef.
Welcome, Rohan. Congratulations. The last, we have two prizes to give out over here for presentation. What we titled or categorized as that table setup presentation. So the first prize for it goes to Danisha Gomes for an amazing setup. So congratulations, Danisha.
Thank
And
you,
the
Chef.
second, a but obvious one, was Raimi Pinto. Because
Thank you,
doesn't
sir.
matter what she did in all the categories, had different presentations, either served with cold cuts or with salads. So congratulations, all those who participated. Everybody did a very, very good job. Okay, so moving on for today's webinar. So I go straight to Denzel. So Denzel, just before we start, can you just give us a heads up of what are you demonstrating today?
So what we're gonna make today is a bowl, like a pot of spaghetti and meatballs.
Okay.
So the idea is to make a pot which will be out of cake, and then we're gonna top it with spaghetti that we're using now,
Okay.
and meatballs which will be made of banana cake and chocolate ganache.
Wow.
So I think we should begin with it.
Yes, please, all yours. Thank you.
Thank
Sounds
you.
amazing.
I can talk to you. So what we are gonna do is I'm gonna use this red fondant to cover up the pot. So this is a 7-inch cake that we have. There are 3 layers that are stacked with Swiss meringue buttercream, and then on the top I have trimmed it slightly to give it a round edge. So we'll start covering it first. Always dust the surface with some cornstarch just in case the fondant doesn't stick to the table. The reason why I'm turning my fondant again and again is so that it doesn't stick to the table and it is rolled evenly from all the sides. So I just measured up the. I always roll it a little bigger, and so it's very easy to put it on the cake and to smooth out the sides. So just smooth the sides gently with your hands. Do not apply too much pressure, as this may spread the buttercream inside. I'm gently pulling the fondant down so that it sticks to the cake. Okay, this is okay. We can cover this up with a spaghetti later on. I'm going to remove all the excess. So as you can see, there is a small air pocket. I just puncture the fondant with my knife and it comes out very easily. Now with the help of this pizza cutter, we remove all the remaining fondant from the edge. Now this being the base, I'll just cut out the top portion very roughly. Okay. So once you are done using the particular color of fondant, you need to store it back into the plastic so that it doesn't dry and give a very rough texture. So the next thing that I would like to do to this pot is adding a strip of grey fondant so it looks like the rim of the pot. Always, like I like to do this, rubbing my hands with some margarine. This prevents the fondant sticking to your hand. And measure the circumference of we need some more. So the circumference of a cake is about 22 inches. So yes, this is good to go. So what I have over here is a strip cutter that helps us to give equal amount, like a proper size of strips that will add to the base. What I'll do is I'll take a little bit of water and add it to the base of the cake. The water will help the fondant to stick to the other piece of fondant. Okay, so we're done with this. I need some more gray fondant. So I'm gonna put two handles for this pot. So what I'm doing next is gonna make two base plates so we can insert our handles over there. Okay, so always clean your surface. There are sometimes there are particles of fondant, like the previous color that we used is red. So we don't want red particles to insert into our gray fondant. Okay, roll it once again. Some more cornstarch. So the plates that I have thought of making on this cake would be 3 inches, and the handle should be a little smaller to that so it fits properly in it. So first we'll make a plates. We have to place two and so what I would like to do is I want to put these plates a little higher on the pot, but so for that I have a ribbon that I would like to use. I'm just going to put this on the gray band that we added, and with the help of a pin I'm gonna keep this as the front side of my cake. I like to do this. I always choose a front side. So this is gonna be my front side, and I'm gonna put the two handles at the either sides. So if you do that, Like we did before, just take a little bit of water. I'm just gently moving my finger on the edges of this plate. And similarly on the other side, we need to add the other paste. Okay, so once we are done, take out the pin and the ribbon as well. Okay, so now the thing that we need to put on this pot is the handles. We'll again use some base only. So to make the handle, I'm going to use these two wires and also such kind of things that we make out of fondant need to be prepared well in advance. So I'm just showing one of these handles to you guys, but I've already made it. I'll just show you. So you kind of make the sausage. This will be too much. Okay, and push the wire. Try to keep it in the center. Okay, and bring it out to the other side. Place it in the middle. Instance. Gently push the fondant at the sides. We try to keep it of an equal thickness. Also chooses on the sides. Now we just measure it up and maybe 3 inches from the side and do it fold. So a plate being 3 inches, I'm going to take 2.5 as the portion of the handle where you hold it. because applying too much pressure to fold it, it tends to get some dents and creases. Gently rub them with the finger. And like I use a CMC powder while making such kind of things. So CMC is a powder that helps your fondant to get a bit stiff. Later you need to dry it out completely and then paint it. So I've already done. I've made these handles. Okay, just like that. We'll insert them later. So I made this yesterday night in the evening, and now they're completely hard. So this will very easily get into them. While if you try to use this, like very immediately, these are very soft, and while pushing, you need to apply a little bit of pressure, which will damage and give a lot of. You will end up getting a lot of fingerprints on it. So we'll insert these later. For now, we'll start with the meatballs that we're going to add on top of our dough spaghetti. Again, wrap your fondant pretty well and store it before it dries out. So we'll start making our meatballs, and for that I have banana cake that I have made, and I've added a little bit of cocoa powder to it just to darken the color. Now cut this into small pieces and crumble it into the bowl. The reason why I use banana cake is because it's already moist, and while making them into a meatballs, it already has a lot of moisture, so it really helps to form a ball out of it. And add some. Okay, I have some chocolate ganache that I would like to add to this. And I will gently toss them both together. The ganache will be like a binder to get all the cake crumbs. Check this. Okay, so this is how we will make our meatballs. I'll just get a tray for that. I'm gently greasing my hands with some margarine and gently rolling them into my hands. Make some more just in case we need a few. I guess these should be enough. So the next thing I would like to do is I have some jam with me. This is pineapple jam, and I brush all of these cake pops with them. And just by mixing, it will just tone down a little and it will be easy to apply. This is just so the meatballs look nice and juicy, and nobody likes to eat a dry meatball. This just adds a little bit. We're done with this. As I said, wipe my hands. The next thing that I would like to do is paint these gray portions with some silver dust. So we'll begin with that. So what I have over here is some silver luster dust. I would take a little in a bowl. Add in some white clear alcohol. Any kind of alcohol will work. You only need it to be transparent. I'm using vodka. I think this needs some more of the alcohol. So I've created a thick paint by adding the luster dust and the vodka. This will help us to give a nice finish or a silver finish to the gray parts of the cake. So I'll start with the base. I'm trying not to get any paint on the red part. using a slightly thinner brush, fill in all the small parts. And keep this aside. The next thing that we make is the tomato sauce. So for the tomato sauce, I'm going to use pineapple jam and add in some orange food color to it. Use all of this. I've added 1 drop of orange food color. And now a little bit of red. So to make this look more like a tomato sauce, I have some cherries. These are dried cherries that I've chopped them fine, roughly chopped these. I'm gonna add them. So these will look like pieces of tomato in a sauce. Also with that, I have some chopped cashew nuts. So these will look like tiny pieces of garlic in it. So we'll keep this thing aside. More with our cake. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use a small board, place it on the cake, and I'm going to flip it so we get to see how our pot looks. Before that, I have some buttercream with me and just stick it, add a little to the base so it sticks to our other board. Try to get it in the center. And then very gently trying to lift up the base which is on the top. So our pot looks really nice. Now I'll add up the silver highlight on this top edge. Now on the top, I'll add in some buttercream, just a very thin layer. So the next thing that I would like to do is insert our handles. So what I'm going to do is use a nozzle, a round tip nozzle, and cut two circles. First thing, you just stand. Then with the help of an X-Acto knife and to cut a bit more. Similar way, I'll do it to the other side. Once we're done with that, okay, so now we'll move on to we'll start making the spaghetti right now. So for that, I have a clay extruder. So this tool has a plate with many holes in it, which will help us to make our spaghetti. So I'll just open. So what I have over here is some fondant that have what I have over here is some fondant that I've tried to color it a pasta kind of color. Once you boil the spaghetti, that color. I'm going to use this tray to make my pasta. So take small portions from your fondant, apply some margarine to your hands. Okay, I'm going to make a sausage shape and try to put it inside. And then gently I'm going to pull it.
ना जो बनते बेबी के ribbons डलते small one those satin ribbons.
So I'm gonna make some gathers of this pasta. So it looks like a pot is filled with it. And I'm trying to put it on the edge. So we'll add up some more of these. I hope this is the last one.
Denzel, while you are doing this, can you tell us how you named uh, your uh, your cake venture? How did that come about?
The name is given by Andre sir. I thank him once again for that. So the entire idea is because the caker's den. So I love doing cakes, the first thing, and I'm doing this from my home, and that resembles the den somewhat like that. And also, it is the first three letters of my name, the caker's den, Denzel. So we have tried to make it as the caker's den by Denzel Pereira.
Lovely. And I like the even the the presentation of the name and your cake in the background. Really amazing. So how you started in the first year itself, right? You were doing it at that time. You were just making for
Yeah.
family,
Yes, ma'am.
and your official order started in the third year,
Yeah. Like,
second and third year.
yes, ma'am. Somewhat from there.
So what was the last cake you made?
The last cake that I made was the gravity defying beer mug cake. So it was a beer mug, and we had like a beer can that is pouring the beer.
Lovely. So you were the class that did American
American Pie, yes.
American Pie. So did that help you while you were doing your?
Uh, yes, a lot. From that is the time I actually started working with fondant. American Pie, making those cakes were like a practice for me. That was the first time I started working. I used fondant for the first time in real. Like I've seen bakers using it,
Huh.
but that was my first experience with fondant.
So besides our own staff, it is a tremendous thing to have Aurelia ma'am, Olivia ma'am, Doral ma'am, right? You learned a lot from them, right?
From them,
And I think Ashika and Shashi ma'am also were there with you,
yes,
right?
for the desserts, yes, yes. They are ready to help anytime if I have any doubts regarding this cake decorating.
Right.
Give me their suggestions and opinions, which really has helped me throughout this thing. A big thank
Wonderful.
you to all of them, especially the three of them, that is Aurelia ma'am, Olivia ma'am, and Doral ma'am. Thank you very much.
That is so wonderful to hear, Denzel. Thank you. Absolutely. So just for the students to know, we used to call them the cake maestros, and Denzel was part of the cake maestro group. You know, you're making us hungry, right? So all of us are going to be having spaghetti and meatballs after this.
Okay, so it will take a lot of time to cover up the entire thing. So what I'll do is I'll stop here and pour some sauce in the middle. Let's see. do is we place some of these meatballs on top. So the other thing that I have with me over here is some coconut that I've dyed green, and I've chopped some sprinkles into it so it looks like dried oregano or some mixed herbs. Then to it on top. Last, so to resemble cheese, the only option that I had is white chocolate. Some grating and white chocolate so it looks like Parmesan cheese. And the last detail that I would like to add in this cake is a wooden spoon that I have made. So this is a normal wooden wooden dowel that I have, and I've covered it with brown fondant. So I've measured the part that will go into the cake, leaving that exposed. I mean, I've not covered it with fondant. So the other part, just like how I did the silver part, I colored that as well with some brown color. So finally, we are done with our cake. That is a bowl of spaghetti with meatballs.
All right, that's amazing, Denzel.
Thank you.
Good job, yeah. It looks superb. Superb. Ma'am.
Denzel, I cannot get over how fantastic that cake looks. Oh my goodness. Do you have any idea how hungry you have made us?
Yes.
That is absolutely beautiful. And how many times have you made this cake to get to this level of perfection?
So this is attempt on this cake.
How do you get a lot of takers for this cake? I'm sure for a lot of birthday parties, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So we want to show a little bit of your Brazil cake too, because I know how much of work went into it, and it was just the piece, the resistance of that event. So may we show that, Justin and Melroy Chef,
Yes,
may we show that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Denzel, I am just absolutely gobsmacked. Honestly, gobsmacked at the way it's looking. I would have to take a double take. You know what I really loved was how you managed to get that spaghetti looking so it's lifelike. And the mixing of the jam with the cherries and the cashew nuts and your oregano is just fabulous.
Thank you.
So for everyone that's watching, this was the cake that Denzel made for the Brazil event that their batch had, and it was over 2 days. And Denzel, if you can you see the screen if you want to explain to them all the different layers that you did?
So the bottom, like the fourth tier, the last tier at the down part of the cake, the bottom tier, we try to resemble the skirt of the Brazilian dancers. So we try to use different colors in it. So we used purple, pink, I guess green, blue, bright, vibrant colors to make the skirt. And we also made a belt that is attached to the skirt. We used a mold of pearls and we made a golden belt. The tier above that was the Amazon forest. So we covered it with different kinds of leaves and flowers, and we also made different varieties of birds, animals. So yes, that and the third tier on from the bottom, that was a fault line cake. So the middle part of that cake is all the things that we can see if we visit Brazil, all the things that we can see over there. So we have Rio de Janeiro, the stadium, the different places. And the tier on top is about the carnival. We just took a simple pattern for that tier, and the topper of this entire cake was the Brazilian dancer. And on the bottom tier, we also added some masks, the carnival masks, which were made of fondant. Yes, that much.
You know what, Denzel? Every time I see this cake, it just makes me smile because it was just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. As mouth-watering as your spaghetti and meatballs, this was just a feast for the eyes. The colors, the techniques, the different aspects of that cake were just, it screams Brazil. And especially for the first years who have not been party to all of this, I think this is just a glimpse into what happens. And there's Aurelia ma'am with the whole team. These were all your bakery mates every time there was an event. Thank you, Aurelia ma'am. I'm sure you're watching. And that's our confectionery room where it was held. Thank you. Thank you so much, Chef Melroy and Justin. Denzel, what is your what is your business model now? How are you getting your customers? Are you doing only social media or
Now it is social media, and so the thing that I used to do is, so we have a special day that is our family and friends, we all get together. That is my uncle's birthday. So what I did was last year I planned to make a barrel of wine, the cake. So this way I tried to make people know what I'm doing, as we invite quite a number of people. The entire family gathers that day, friends. So it was a really good chance for me to show people what I really do. And also the cake. So we gave the cake everyone to taste after dinner, and I'm sure everyone loved it. So this is how I started getting orders in the beginning, and now through social media, I've got quite a few orders.
lovely? Are you doing any videos on Instagram or Facebook?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so just something for you to think about, because you are so calm and so collected when when you did this demonstration. I'm sure it will help a lot of people. You don't have to give away all your tips, but at least get people enthused about you and to create your brand. Denzel, what can I say? Congratulations. Thank you so much for doing this for us. We wish you all the best, and everybody, all those who are attending this webinar, first year, second years, third years, faculty, and all our friends, please know you need a cake, call Denzel at the Caker's Den, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Denzel, and thank you so much, Melroy Chef. This is just an announcement for all the students for the upcoming events. On the 19th, we have a Rangoli competition. On the 21st, we have a Miss Megami who is going to be doing a demonstration. And 26th, we have a stand-up comedy competition. 28th is dance. 3rd of December is Best Out of Waste with Christmas festive bent. 5th is Nerd Bird, which is a quiz competition. 10th is Tetrad, which is a poetry, elocution, and speech competition. 12th, we are going to review Spectrum. 17th, Christmas carols, and 19th, a Christmas food competition. So it's going to be quite an eventful couple of months. So we are all geared towards this. To my webinar team, again, thank you very much. I am so grateful for making this possible. And to everyone else and everybody that's watching, a very happy Diwali. I hope everybody's going to enjoy their short break. Thank you so much. And again, congratulations, winners of the bread competition. Thank you, Susan ma'am and Melroy Chef, for judging. And to my staff and to the students and to all the well-wishers, a very happy Diwali. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you, Denzel.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Wishing you the same, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Melroy Chef. Thank you, Justin.
Can we go back? This is the moment tonight.